What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Power and Precision class. My name is Connor, your Exos coach today. Today we're going to be focusing on dynamic coordination. So we're going to have a setup that's very similar to the past couple classes. So we're going to have 3 cycles, 3 rounds in each cycle. Like before, you got to make sure that you prioritize rest when you're working with power. So that's why there's a good amount of breakups there. And then we are going to be working on dynamic coordination, like I said. So some of the moves that we're going to do are going to be a little bit tricky, a little bit hard to master at first. So I want you to kind of process things the first cycle through. First time we do all these exercises, try to focus as much as you can on the mechanics of the exercise so you can really learn the movement. And then the second time through, focusing on, exerting a little bit more power, a little bit more force in each of the movements. And then finally, on the last time through, all out, maximum power, maximum output. It's really when you're going to get the most out of the workout anyways, towards the end. When you're feeling a little bit fatigued, but you're still rested enough to get that maximum output, that's when you're going to be optimizing your performance, okay? So, for this class, you will need a medicine ball, a tennis ball, a jump rope, yoga mat, and some water, all right? We're really going to just be using the jump rope for warm-up and cool-down purposes. The tennis ball is kind of just going to be for a little bit of coordination during one of our moves, and then the medicine ball we'll use kind of similar to how we did last time. All right, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with our warm-up. We'll start by looking up at the roof, up at the ceiling. Put your hands on the front of your forehead. Apply a little bit of pressure down and work through until you're looking down at the ground in front of your feet. Put your hands on the back of your head. Extend that neck back up against the resistance. All right. So one side ear down to the shoulder, left ear down to your left shoulder. Hand on the other side of the head. Work through that resistance. Nice and slow. Okay. Switch hands. Opposite direction. All right, now look over your left shoulder. Put your right hand on the right side of your head. Your bend around your temple. Rotate your neck all the way around. Switch hands. And opposite direction. Good. Okay. Now we'll start with a light trunk twist. Start with your arms close to your body. You have a slight bend in your legs here, so you're going to really focus the movement in your upper back, and your spine's not just like wiggling around. All right, extend those arms out, a little bit more torque. Crack that thoracic back, mid back. All right. Now we'll start with 10 jumping jacks. However you do jumping jacks, it doesn't have to be nice and easy. It doesn't have to be super fast. Just comfortable 10 jumping jacks. Ready and begin. Seven, 8, 9, 10. All right. Next, we're going to do some high knees for about 10-15 seconds here. So work to get those knees above your hips, okay? And make sure you're swinging your arms with the opposite leg drive. About 10 more seconds. Get those knees up higher, higher. 2, 1. All right. Next, we'll transition into some butt kickers. All right. So instead of getting those knees up, get those heels up and back. Try to hit that butt. Still be swinging your arms. It doesn't have to be as exaggerated now. It would be way less natural to be swinging your arms all the way back. Would feel pretty weird. All right, about 5 more seconds here. 2, 1, done. All right, and now we're going to do something that I think is pretty fun. I actually picked it up from one of my professors in school. He was an old wrestling coach at Penn State, and he called this more about rock and rollers. So you start sitting on the ground, and basically, I want you to be really careful when you do this, but you're kind of just going to be rocking back, letting your hips come up, and then rocking back forward. This is just going to activate your posterior and your anterior chain, all right? And you can have like a slight rotation in it. Get those hips involved. Rocking and rolling, that's it. Rocking and rolling back and forth. Try to get like a little bit of an extension as you come in and out of the roll. Make sure you stay under control though, all right? That's the biggest thing here. You don't want to be rolling all the way around or going up on your neck or anything. Make sure you're staying under control. You can have your arms ready to brace at any point in time. All right. Whew. Okay, I'm going to get a quick drink of water, and then we'll hop right into it. So like I said before, we have 3 cycles of 3 rounds each cycle. We'll do a slight rest in between the rounds. 45-second rest in between the rounds, and then minute and a half to 2 minute rest between the cycles. All right. Short bursts of intense output followed by substantial rest in order to recharge and get ready for another maximal output. But like I said, first cycle through, focus on getting these movements down, the mechanics of the movements, each step. All right. So we're going to start with our knee-based plyometric push-ups. If you've done one of these classes before, you might have picked up on these. So we'll start on our knees here, and then get into that push-up position. For the plyometric push-up, all you need to do is slightly lift up off the ground. That impact is what's really going to help us with the power output and the explosion through the extension. Then come down real softly, the back, all right? And then right after we're done with those plyo push-ups, we're going to head right into some mountain climbers. So we'll do 7 plyo push-ups and then 15 seconds of mountain climbers, okay? Then we'll have a 45-second rest. Let's begin on cycle 1, all right? We got this. All right, here we go. Get ready for those seven plyometric push-ups. Ready, get set, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Right up into the mountain climbers. Ready? Begin. 15 seconds. All the way. Keep maximal output. Keep your hips locked in. Your core activated. Don't want to be rattling back. Don't want to let our hips droop. Keep those knees pumping. 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. We got 45 seconds. And then we'll get into round 2. Round 2 is going to be alternating. So I'm going to call these sheriff squats. All right. I'm just going to show you what to do now. Still got plenty of time. We got about 30 seconds left on our rest here. All right. So take it easy. Just watch and try to follow along. So we'll start with the medicine ball at our chest in the squat position. Each time we go down, put it in one of your hips, like you're kind of holstering your gun, like a sheriff would. All right. So we'll start here, you go down, holster, back up, down, holster on the other side, back up, okay? Each time we're gonna alternate and swing it to the opposite hip. Make sure you're focusing on keeping that chest up, keeping those glutes activated so you're not just sticking your butt out when you go down. You wanna keep those shoulders as much over top of your knees and your ankles as possible. All right, so it look more like that. That's a squat, okay? All right, so we have a little bit above 45 seconds. So that's what we're going to do. We have the sheriff squats, and then we have the alternating skip step lateral lunges. So start here, skip step, down, skip step like that, all right? Those are the 2 exercises here. All right, sheriff squats. Ready? We got 5 of these each direction, so 10 total. Let's just count to 10. And then we got 3 of the lunges, all right? Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Skip step lateral lunges, so we got 6, 3 each side. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 45 seconds. I gave you a little bit longer of a rest there, but kind of had to explain those exercises. All right? Take your time. We got probably about 35 seconds left in this rest. But in round 3, we're going to start with the wall sit. It's just going to be 15-second wall sit, but we're going to grab that tennis ball now. And while we're doing a wall sit and holding that squat form nice and go up against the wall, we're just going to toss the ball back and forth. If we're able to do that under a high-stress situation, we'll be much better able to do it when we are at a normal functioning situation like just standing up. All right? And then we'll get into a high knee pillar skip step. So skip step, as you know, skip is 2 hops and then a leap. So 1, 2, jump. So you got two bounces on a foot and then drive the opposite leg up, all right? And make sure you get those knees up high in the air. It'll be in place just like this. What I really want you to focus on there is how quickly you can switch your feet and bring your opposite arm with it, okay? All right, let's do it. Wall sit, ball toss, all right? 15 seconds of that, and then we got 15 seconds of skip steps. Find that nice squat position. Ready, and begin. Just back and forth. Hold that squat. Make sure your shoulders stay pinned, your hips stay up against the wall, and you engage your core. Keep it all locked in place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Pillar skips, all right? Ready? And 15 seconds, all right? Drive those knees up, push that alternating arm up with it. Be explosive on the switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, that's cycle 1. I know with those rests, it's not a ton of time. It might feel a little bit, it might feel okay physically for you, but it's not a ton of time to explain different movements, but hopefully this next time through, you feel kind of like an intermediate. You have a little bit of experience with the movements. Should make a little bit more sense each time you go to execute one, so then third time through, be able to push right through it, all right? Grab a drink of water, take a break, catch your breath. I know I need to catch my breath. All right, we got a little over a minute left in this rest period before we get back to the top for cycle 2. Cycle numero 2. So round 1, I'm just going to review the names of them. So round 1, we have the knee-based plyometric push-ups and mountain climbers. All right. Round 2, we have the alternating sheriff squats. You know what I mean? All right. And then, the alternating skip step lateral lunges. Okay. Kind of look like ice skaters, but it's a skip step in between. And then for round 3, we have the wall sit tennis ball tosses. And then finally, we wrap it up with the high knee pillar step, all right? High knee pillar skip step. That one is definitely pretty tricky coordination-wise. So I'll give you another demonstration of that. I'll try to go a little slow. So you're gonna have start with one leg up in the air, hop once on your right foot, and then hop again. But as you come down on that second one, you're gonna drive this foot down and then pull your right one up right off the bounce. So I'll show you what that looks like here. Left knee up in the air. I'll hop once, and then a little hop as a second hop. So that's hard. It's harder when you do it slow. All right, hold on one second. Yeah, you see that? So the second hop, you're going to drive that knee back up into the air. And then what I really want you to focus on is exploding for that switch of your legs. So the hop doesn't have to be super fast, but that switch should be really explosive. And you should mirror it with your arms. That's what good running form looks like. All right, back up at the top here. Knee-based plyometric push-ups. Let's do it. We got 7 of these and then 15 seconds of mountain climbers. All right, here we go. Remember, straight line here from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. Ready? Just a little lift off your hands. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, up into that mountain climber position. Lock it in, lock your core in, round your glutes in, and then go. 15 seconds. Climb that mountain. Pump those knees. Keep everything still locked up here. Keep your core engaged. All right, 3, 2, 1, done. All right. Cycle 2, round 1 is complete. We'll move on to round 2 in about 35 seconds. We got the sheriff squats, alternating sheriff squats, and alternating skip step side lunges. So for the sheriff squat, you're going to need your medicine ball. Still got a little bit of time. Catch your breath, catch your breath. Got to be ready for maximal output here. Okay. All right, here we go. Alternating sheriff squats. Ready? And we got 10 of these. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we have the side lunges. So we got 6 of these total, 3 to each side. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Nice job. So on those lunges, I know personally I need to work on getting my chest up a little bit more. What I noticed is I was leaning a little bit. Instead of getting down in more of like a squat in a lunge like that, I would kind of just lean forward. That's lazy. The closer you get your butt, or the more you bend your knees, the more you're actually going to be working those muscles. So I know I need to get a little bit better at that this next time through. All right, we got about 20 seconds left here in the rest. All right, so round 3, we have the wall sit tennis ball toss, and then those skip, step, high knees, all right? Get ready in that squat position. We'll start in a minute. Knees over toes, knees about shoulder width, a little bit wider. That's good. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. Ready? Begin. Toss that ball, just focus, keep your eyes locked in on the ball, keep everything else focused and locked in one place in the squat. Make sure you're breathing. Use that core to keep your balance and stability. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Pillar, skip, step, high knees. Ready? And focus on the switch. Got 10 more seconds. Keep it up. Keep it going. Explosive switch. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice job, nice job. That is the end of cycle 2. We'll be heading into cycle 3. Give it about a minute, minute and a half. Good time to get a drink of water, catch your breath. First tendency when you're tired is to kind of just lay down. And that's okay for the first couple seconds. Definitely allow yourself to catch your breath before you get active again. But the more you walk around while you're resting, the better you keep your blood flowing, keep your heart pumping. So when you re-enter the active phase, be a little bit more comfortable. All right, we'll give it about 30 more seconds here. All right, so round 1, back at the top, we have the plyo push-ups and mountain climbers. Tennis ball keeps running away. All right. Plyometric push-ups, last round. So this time through, you should be pretty accustomed to all the movements. Hopefully, even the tricky ones are starting to come a little bit easier to you. I want you to really focus on maximum output this time through. If you have to suffer form a little bit, as long as you're doing it safely, but still being explosive, this would be the time to do it. It's your last one. Make all of these reps count, okay? There we go. 7 plyo push-ups and then 15 seconds of mountain climbers. All right. Straight line, knees, hips, shoulders. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Right into the mountain climbers. 15 seconds. Go. Keep everything locked in. Core engaged, glutes engaged. Pump those legs fast, fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job, good job. That's it for round 1. All 3 cycles of round 1 are done. All right, we have 2 rounds left. Give it a 30-second break before we get into this next round. Sheriff squats, alternating sheriff squats, and alternating skip step lateral lunges. Get that medicine ball ready. We've still got about 15 seconds here. Don't rush it, don't rush it. But if you're getting ready, getting in position, be able to jump in and do it a little bit quicker. All right. I'm going to gather myself, take one deep breath. All right, let's do it. It's round 2. So we got the sheriff lunges and then the side step lateral lunges. Ready? Sheriff squats, sorry. I got like 1,000 different names today. All right, here we go. 10 of these. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. skip, step, lateral lunge. We got 6 total, 3 each side. Ready? Begin. Remember, I'm going to focus on getting my chest up here and butt down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I couldn't be quite as explosive there because I wasn't used to getting as much depth. But it was good because I made sure to get that muscle strain on it. And more time under tension, better muscle gains are going to be. All right. A little over 30 seconds, then we get right into the round 3, last round of our active phase of the workout, and then we'll transition into a cool down. Get that tennis ball ready. Okay, here we go. So wall wall squat, tennis ball toss. All right, right into the skip, step, pillar, high knees, just like that. All right, with the skip step. All right, here we go. Get ready in that squat position. Prepare to lock it in. Get that core ready, and begin. The higher you throw the tennis ball, the more challenge it's going to be for you to track it while remaining up against the wall. Try not to break your connection with the wall. And keep everything stable. And that gets you, oh! All right, we got 3, 2, 1. All right, next step, we got the pillar skip steps. All right, here we go. Ready, and. This is it, this is the end. Focus on being really explosive as you're switching these legs. You gotta just do high knees, do it. Just get maximum output here. 3, 2, 1, done. All right. Man, just as I was saying, you gotta keep the tennis ball with you. And went and had a life of its own and ran away. Now, I was gonna say though, your core is really where you get all of your stability from. So it allows you to compensate for any imbalances and everything like that. Coordinate movements from your upper to your lower limbs. Everything important, everything about stability. Starting right here in the core. Okay, so we'll take a minute here, we'll get a drink, catch your breath a little bit, and then we'll get into our cool down. For our cool down, we're going to start with some jump rope, then we'll do some hip flips, some bird dogs, and then if you like yoga, some cobra to downward dog transitions. All right. Oh yeah, wait. Oh no, all right, cool. I thought that I forgot to do jump ropes in the warm up, but I didn't have that planned for the warm up, just for the cool down. So we'll do 30 seconds of jump rope here. Get your things together. If you're not ready yet, make sure you grab that jump rope. Clear some space, obviously, for your living room. Don't want to hurt anything or break anything. All right, 30 seconds of jump ropes. Marks, get set, and begin. Ah. All right, still got a little over 15 seconds left. Keep it nice and easy. You don't gotta be pushing too fast here. Just go for some like consistent hops. Man, I got no consistent hops. I think it's because I'm tired. I had a leg day yesterday. All these excuses now. All right, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay. So we'll move into the 90-90 hip flips. So we'll take a seat on that yoga mat that we got. Start by positioning yourself off to your right side. So if looking off the side of your yoga mat is straight, I'm going to go over here to my right. You can go to your left or your right. But the goal here is going to be put the bottom of your foot parallel with the side of your yoga mat and create a joint angle from your hip to your knee where it's right angles. It's all right angles here. So right angle my knee, and then a right angle my ankle too. Ankle. All right. And then your back leg, put your shin bone in line with the side of the mat. So you'll have a right angle here, your hip to your knee, hip to knee, knee to leg, lower leg, and then lower leg to ankle, okay? All 90 degrees here. So the 90-90 hip flip is just gonna be switching so that you're putting the opposite sides of your feet on the ground basically, but you're gonna be driving it with your knees. So I'm gonna get started here, I'll show you what it looks like. Just like that, nice and easy transition. All right, it doesn't have to be super fast or intense. We'll just do a couple of these flips back and forth. Now, naturally, you're gonna start walking either further or backwards, just because that's how your body's gonna kind of compensate for these movements. That's perfectly fine. Just try to maintain the 90 degrees in your legs and your ankles each time you get to that resting position. This is really working on your internal and external rotations of the hip, that hip mobility. We'll just do 2 more. And 2. All right. Cool. So we'll get into some bird dogs now. If you don't know bird dogs, we'll start in our shelf position. So knees under your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. I'm going to extend my left arm forward and my right leg backwards, while keeping everything locked in place otherwise. All right, we don't have any want to have any compensation laterally or crunching up or bowing a little bit. We want to keep everything stable. So I'm going to refine that shelf position. Now I'm going to extend my right arm forward and my left leg backwards, keeping everything else locked in. All right, and then I'm going to repeat, alternate. Repeat, opposite, alternate. Nice and controlled here. It's not for speed. It's not even for a ton of reps. You just want to have good control and good form throughout. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're using your core to stay locked in. All right, we'll do 1 more each side. All right, and finally we're going to get into the cobra and downward dog transition. So first, I like to start with the cobra. Stretch open my chest. So I'm going to have my toes untucked, knees flat on the ground, sink my hips down to the ground too. I'm going to walk it out so I'm on my elbows first. It's good to start lower to the ground, less of a dramatic bend in your back. I'll plant my heels of my hands underneath my shoulders, then extend up like you're going into a push-up and keep those hips down on the ground. Try to push your shoulders away from the floor, but keep your belly button close to the yoga mat. If you want, you can widen your hands a little bit more, open up those shoulders just a bit and peel them back. All right, well, relax. Keep your keep your hands and your palms flat on the ground, and then tuck your toes, and in one unit, push up off the ground, drive your hips backwards towards your heels, and then we're going to get into the downward dog position. All right, get back down into that cobra by slowly sinking your hips down to the ground and extending your spine backwards. Push your shoulders away from the ground, push your belly button closer to the ground. All right, one more transition into the downward dog. So you can lower your shoulders first, tuck those toes, and then push yourself up and your hips back. Try to get a good push up off the ground here. So you can stretch those lats out right here. Extend those shoulders. All right. Now we'll finish up with just a couple stretches. We'll do a lateral stretch, a lateral groin stretch instead of a butterfly. So I'm going to start on both my knees. I'll push one of my legs out straight to the side, and then sink your hips backwards onto that back heel while keeping that side foot planted. All right, get back up and relax for a second, and then sink back towards that heel again. Okay, now bring that knee in, switch legs, sink back onto that heel, keeping that foot planted. All right, relax. All right, sink back down again. All right, now I'm going to relax again. I'm going to actually stand up, do a quick quad stretch, grab the in the front of the ankle heel of your right leg first. Keep that knee close to the opposite knee, and then pull on the top of that ankle to bring your heel closer to your hip. Remember, it's important to keep that knee pinched towards the other one. That's what's going to help you make sure you're stretching your quad out and not trying to get your core. Just did it. All right, switch legs. Okay, and now we'll finish up. I like to do the stretch. I'm not sure what it's called, but if you take a step out, say with your right foot, tilt your toe up still, bend that back leg, and scoop underneath that front heel. Should feel a nice stretch in your back of that leg. All right, switch feet. Repeat that a couple times each side. Remember to keep that back leg bent, allow yourself to get that depth. All right. Well, nice job. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I hope to, see you next time. Like I said before, I guess I'm not seeing you, but I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.